Matthew 14. Jesus made the disciples get into the boat and go ahead to the other side while he dismissed the crowds. He dismissed the crowds and went up to the mountain by himself to pray. Evening came and he was there alone. But the boat was battered by the waves and was far from land because the wind was against them. Early in the morning he came walking toward them on the sea. But when the disciples saw him walking on the water, they were terrified. They said it was a ghost, and they cried out for fear. But immediately Jesus spoke to them and said, "Take heart, it is I. Do not be afraid." Peter said to him, "Lord, if it is you, command me to come to you on the water." "Come," Jesus said. So Peter got out of the boat, started walking on the water, and came toward Jesus. But when he noticed the strong wind, he began frightened, and beginning to sink, he cried out, "Lord, save me." Jesus immediately reached out his hand and caught him, saying to him, "You of little faith, why did you doubt?" When they had gotten into the boat, the wind ceased, and those in the boat worshipped him. "Truly, this is the Son of God," they said. As soon as I started reading this passage, I thought of our amazing, huge painting that we have in the fellowship hall. While there are many things to think about in this passage, I think we should highlight the message the artist of our painting has. I am struck by how realistic the waves in the painting look. The artist captured the power and the danger of the waves. They serve to emphasize the risk Peter took in trying to walk on the water. Peter's usually criticized for not keeping his faith up. However, he did get out of the boat, and he did attempt the impossible, walking on the water. I know many people walk on the water in the winter in Minnesota, but it's not the same thing. He attempted the impossible and succeeded for a little while. Yet the point that really comes across to me is Jesus protected him and saved him. Peter took the risk, trusted Jesus to enable him to walk on the water, if only for a little while. But then Peter called out to Jesus to save him, which is what our painting says. This encourages all of us to take risks in faith. Jesus can enable us to do amazing things, even if it doesn't work out. It's worth the try. Plus, we know Jesus has our back. If you see a need and you think you can do something about it, take it to Jesus. Take it to him in prayer. If it feels right, even if it's scary, why not go for it? Take that leap of faith. Trust Jesus. May God be with you this week.